Hey there, history buffs and curious minds. Welcome to a journey through time that will leave you both amazed and entertained. Buckle up as we take a wild ride through the Epic Saga of Iraq, a land with a past so grand, it makes even the most seasoned historian raise an eyebrow. From the dawn of civilization to the rise and fall of empires, Iraq has been at the heart of it all. Seriously, these guys have seen it all. From the invention of writing to the creation of some of the earliest laws, the contributions of this region are nothing short of monumental. Our first stop, Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers where civilization first said, "Hold my beer." This fertile crescent was the birthplace of many firsts in human history. Imagine a time before Instagram, Twitter, even sliced bread. Yet this was a bustling hub of innovation and culture. Yet the Sumerians, those crafty Mesopotamians, invented writing, cuneiform, anyone, built ziggurats that would make modern architects jealous, and brewed beer that probably tasted like a Mesopotamian sock. But hey, who's judging? They laid the groundwork for so much of what we take for granted today. Next up, the Akkadians, led by the mighty Sargon, decided one empire wasn't enough. They expanded their territory and influence, setting the stage for future empires. They conquered their neighbors, proving that history indeed repeats itself. Take notes, folks. Their military strategies and administrative skills were ahead of their time. Then came the Babylonians, famous for their king Hammurabi and his eye for an eye legal code. This was one of the earliest and most complete written legal codes, and it influenced many subsequent legal systems. Talk about strict law enforcement, but wait, there's more. The Babylonians were also known for their advancements in mathematics and astronomy. Enter the Assyrians, the ultimate bad boys of Mesopotamia, known for their military prowess and impressive facial hair. Their empire was one of the most powerful and feared in the ancient world. Think chariots, iron weapons, and beards that would make a Viking proud. These guys meant business. Their innovations in warfare and governance left a lasting legacy that influenced many cultures that followed. As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The mighty Assyrian Empire eventually crumbled, making way for new kids on the block, the Persians. These guys were like the cool kids in school, with their vast empire stretching from Egypt to India. They even had a postal system. Who needs Amazon Prime, right? Leading the Persian pack was Cyrus the Great, a ruler so wise, he even let the Jews return to Jerusalem after their Babylonian exile. Talk about a nice guy. But Persian dominance wasn't unchallenged. Enter the Parthians, a fierce group of horse archers who could shoot an arrow with the precision of a modern-day sniper. They gave the Romans a run for their money, proving that even empires have their rivals. Fast forward a few centuries and we arrive at the Islamic Golden Age, a time when Baghdad, the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, became the center of the world. Move over, Silicon Valley. Imagine a bustling metropolis with magnificent mosques, bustling libraries, and scholars from all corners of the world debating everything from philosophy to astronomy. Think of it as the Renaissance, but with better coffee. Baghdad was like the Google of its time, a place where knowledge was power, and books were more valuable than gold. Unless you were trying to buy groceries, then maybe not so much. Section 4. Mongols and Ottomans, empire builders and tax collectors. But all good things must end, even golden ages. The rise and fall of empires is a tale as old as time, and the Mongols and Ottomans were no exception. The Mongols, led by the infamous Genghis Khan and his descendants, swept through Asia like a sandstorm, conquering vast territories with unmatched ferocity and speed. They left a trail of destruction and rewritten history books in their wake, altering the course of civilizations forever. They sacked Baghdad in 1258, a pivotal moment that marked the end of the Abbasid Caliphate, and left a void in the Islamic world that would take centuries to fill. This event left even the most dedicated historians scratching their heads, and probably shedding a tear or two. The Mongol impact was profound and far-reaching. After the Mongol storm subsided, the Ottoman Empire emerged from the ashes, like a phoenix rising to take control of the region. They took control of Iraq and held onto it for centuries, establishing a new era of governance and culture. The Ottomans were like that friend who comes over and never leaves, except they brought coffee and baklava, so it wasn't all bad. Their influence permeated every aspect of life. They introduced new culinary delights and social customs, making their presence felt in the most delightful ways. They were masters of administration and built impressive mosques, leaving a lasting architectural legacy. But let's be real, they also knew how to collect taxes. Their efficient tax system funded their grand projects and sustained their empire for centuries. Section 5, British Mandate, Tea Time in the Desert. As the Ottoman Empire crumbled like a stale baklava, the British, with their insatiable thirst for tea and new territories, decided to step in. After World War I, they gained control of Iraq under a mandate from the League of Nations. Imagine trying to explain democracy to a nation that had been ruled by sultans for centuries. It was probably like trying to teach a camel to do a pirouette. The British brought their love of tea, cricket, and bureaucracy to the desert, but their attempts to impose their will on the Iraqi people often backfired. They faced revolts and uprisings, proving that ruling a nation far, far away is harder than it looks. Section 6, From Monarchy to Mayhem, Iraq in the 20th Century. After decades of British influence, Iraq finally gained independence in 1932. They established a monarchy, hoping for a smooth transition to self-rule. But like a game of Mesopotamian Jenga, things got a little wobbly. Coups, revolutions, and political turmoil became the norm, making Iraqi politics a spectator sport for the rest of the world. Enter Saddam Hussein, a man with a mustache that could rival an Assyrian king and a grip on power that would make a dictator blush. He ruled Iraq with an iron fist for over 2 decades, suppressing dissent and making enemies faster than he could say weapons of mass destruction, which, as it turned out, he didn't actually have. Section 7, Iraq Today, Rebuilding and Looking Ahead. The US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003 toppled Saddam's regime, a moment that was supposed to mark the beginning of a new era for the country. But instead, it also unleashed a wave of chaos and instability that continues to this day. The streets of Iraq saw unprecedented levels of violence, and the social fabric of the nation was torn apart. Rebuilding a nation after decades of dictatorship and war is no easy feat. The infrastructure was in shambles, and the people were left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. It's like trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing and the dog chewing on the rest. The challenges seemed insurmountable, and the road to recovery appeared long and arduous. Despite the challenges, Iraq is slowly but surely taking steps towards a brighter future. They're rebuilding their infrastructure, constructing new buildings, and repairing roads and bridges that were once impassable. Working to heal sectarian divisions, community leaders are coming together to foster unity and cooperation among the diverse groups within the country. And trying to find their footing in a constantly changing world, the people of Iraq are embracing modern technology and education, equipping themselves for a future filled with possibilities. So there you have it, folks. The story of Iraq is one of resilience and determination. The Epic Saga of Iraq, a land with a history as rich and complex as a cup of strong Iraqi tea. From the ancient Mesopotamian civilizations to the modern-day struggles, Iraq's journey is a testament to its enduring spirit. From ancient empires to modern turmoil, Iraq has seen it all. The land of the Tigris and Euphrates has been a cradle of civilization and a battleground for empires, and through it all the spirit of its people has endured, shining brightly even in the darkest of times. The smiles on their faces and the celebrations in the streets are a testament to their unyielding hope, a testament to their resilience and their enduring hope for a brighter future. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Iraq is on a path to renewal, driven by the unwavering spirit of its people.